Hello, grandparents. I'm a grandmother, and I have a message for you. We need to end the animal holocaust that's going on right now, the one that you contributed to. Now, you could say it wasn't your fault. You can say that when you were really young, you were born vegan like we all were. We never wanted to hurt animals, but you were indoctrinated into Carnism, forced to eat dead animals for a long time. But I'm here to tell you that you have a responsibility now to undo the damage that you did, to the best of your ability for the rest of your life. You know, in your spare time, how you think it's okay to do crossword puzzles? Yeah, put that aside. You know how you like to play solitaire? Don't do that. You know how you think you have nothing left to contribute to this world because you've done your share? Forget that. You have a responsibility to fix the damage that you have been part of, which means that you need to do your best right now, going forward, to be vegan. You have a responsibility to your children and to your grandchildren. Now, I understand. You might be thinking to yourself, it's impossible to change at this time. But I am here to tell you that my 81-year-old mother-in-law became vegan at the age of 77, and if she can do it, you can too. She's Italian, and yes, she stopped eating all meat, all dairy, and all eggs. How did she do this? She opened up her heart, and she opened up her mind. She learned what's happening in these industries, and she knew that the animal holocaust needed to end. That's it. It's as simple as that. You think you're too old to change your ways? You know what? Too bad. Change anyway. You're used to a steak? Move it away. You will never have another steak in your life. You do not need to eat chicken wings. You do not need to eat sausages. You do not need to drink milk or put any milk in your coffee. You can change. If I picked you up right now and I stuck you on an island and gave you only all the wonderful, delicious, healthy vegan foods to eat, you would survive, and in fact you would thrive, and you might even live longer than you will now, feeding yourself these dead body parts. You have a responsibility. Am I here to make you feel guilty? You're damn right I am, because you contributed to the global footprint of horror that exists right now. Animals are suffering, the environment is suffering, and your children and their grandchildren will be left with what? It's everyone's responsibility to fix the mess that we put these animals in. Let's begin by talking about the cows. Cows, bulls, are masturbated. Did you know that, grandparents? Are you okay with that, grandparents? Are you okay with masturbating these males and forcing the sperm into the females, raping both of them? Are you okay with that? Because I'm not, and I'm a grandmother, and I decided to change, and you should too. Stop paying for this terrible torture to go on. Are you okay with taking baby boy cows away from their mothers and murdering them, turning them into veal, just because you want some milk in your coffee, or milk in your cereal, or milk in your oatmeal? It must stop. You think you can't stop eating cheese? Yes, you can. Show your kids and your grandkids what it means to have some self-control, some willpower. Every time you think that you need these products, think again. Just simply say no. If you are against stealing, then it should be super easy for you. You don't steal the lives of others. You don't steal the milk from female cows. You don't steal the sperm from bulls. They did not consent to any of this, and it is your job to fix this and to teach your children and your grandchildren. Set an example. Every birthday, every Thanksgiving, every Easter, every Christmas, every Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate, you lead the way. You are the maternal people here. You are the paternal people here. You are the matriarchs, the patriarchs. You need to lead the way here. How do you do it? Keep educating yourself. Let's go on and talk about the pigs and what they do to them in this industry. Are you okay that they take mother pigs and they put them in such tight, confined spaces for the entire length of their pregnancies so that they will not harm others around them, so that they will not, what, harm themselves? It's all bullshit reasons that they give. None of this is true. None of this is necessary. They keep them in these tight, confined quarters because it is the best way for them to make money. Can you imagine being stuck when you are pregnant in a tiny, it would be like putting a pig in a bathtub and saying, and letting them stay there for this months and months at a time without being able to turn around. We know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. You know it. So stop it. Stop torturing these poor animals. You don't need salami on your pizza. You don't need any bologna on your sandwiches. You don't need ham. You don't need any of it. You need to stop one item at a time. Just get rid of these things. Be a good person. You cannot be a good person if you're consuming animals. It's simply a fact. If you are not vegan, you are an animal abuser. And grandparents, you need to step up and change. You've done so much harm in this world. You have contributed to hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of animals who have died because of you. Think of all the chicken wings that you ate in your life. Chickens are some of the most abused animals on this planet. There are twice as many chickens on this planet as there are humans. And where are they? I don't see them, and neither do you, because they're hidden from our sight. They are put away in factory farms, dark, depressing places, overcrowded, a breeding ground for disease, suffering, until they're murdered. They have their throats slit. Would you honestly be able to hurt these animals on purpose yourself? If you didn't have to, if you had a knife in your hand and you had an ability to go to a grocery store and buy all kinds of other things there, why would you deliberately hurt? Do you really want your legacy to be left on this planet that you knew about the animal suffering and you didn't change because you just couldn't be bothered, or you were too lazy, or, oh, I just can't? Come on. You can. You must. And you will. Think about the turkeys. It's the same thing. You do not need to celebrate any kind of event with a death on your plate. Think about how ridiculous it is. It's just a habit. All of these bad habits can be changed. Thanksgiving is about being thankful. It's not about murder. It's not about torture. How odd is it, how bizarre is it that you purposely kill an animal, pay somebody to kill an animal, and bring it into your house and open up their legs and stuff them with bread and stuffings and onions? It's totally insane. When it really hits you, when you get your 100 clicks and then you become vegan, you look back and you say to yourself, how could I have been part of this cult of Carnism? The cult of Carnism is where you are living right now. Veganism is not a cult. Veganism is love. It's about realizing the harm that you've done and just deciding you just never want to do it anymore. It's that simple. Buy soy milk instead of cow's milk. Buy oat milk instead of cow's milk. Buy tofu. Learn from the hundreds, if not thousands, of recipes that are online. Google healthy vegan recipes. You can do it, grandparents. I am counting on you. You need to change because you need to lead the way and help the next generation. When you go shopping, you only put veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds in your shopping cart because peace begins on your plate. So open up your heart to grandparents. Yeah. Impress your grandkids. Tell them, you know what? I educated myself. Tell them that you watched the documentaries. Cowspiracy, Seaspiracy, Earthlings, Forks Over Knives, Dominion Movement, What the Health, The Game Changers. Watch these documentaries. Rewind what I just said if you think you're going to forget them. Write them down. Watch these documentaries. Watch Dairy is Scary. It's only 5 minutes long right here on YouTube. Educate yourself. And then when your grandkids come over, you can say to them, I had no idea. I had no idea I was part of so much suffering. I feel terrible and I'm going to change going forward. Yeah. You know what they're going to do? It depends what stage they're at. But they might say, that's pretty cool. I want to do that too. Or they might say, Grandma, how the heck are you going to do that? Or Grandpa, how on earth are you going to do that? You're so used to these habits. And you're going to say, I want my legacy to be that when I found out about the animal suffering, I changed. I want the world to be a better place. That's how I want to be remembered, not as someone who just didn't give a shit. Grandparents, we need to end the animal holocaust. If you don't think that there's a holocaust going on right now, I invite you to look at what happened in World War II. That was a holocaust that never ended for the animals. They never stopped suffering. Every minute of every day. And it's our job as grandparents to lead the way. We need to change. I'm counting on you. Coming up on the screen are going to be a bunch of videos. Be curious, have a look at them. Look at my site here. Evolve. Change. Your grandkids will come along if they see what you're doing. Educate your own children. Thanks so much for listening. Bye for now.